Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video here on F1 22. Today we saw the new update release, and the big point being the brand new 2022 Formula 2 lineup that we're going to be checking out here today. We're going to probably head to, let's see, maybe the United States here at Circuit of the Americas, since that's where they are heading next year in Formula 2. Obviously you can see they do not race there IRL, but I believe we're going to head there anyways, or maybe we could do Abu Dhabi, as that would be the next F2 race actually in real life, so maybe we'll do that instead. But nonetheless, excited to check this one out here, as we'll take a very quick overview of the cars and drivers. As you got Prema racing here with Hauser. I myself, very little knowledge on F2. I've been trying to get into it more and more this year. I've actually really liked Teleport Chair. There you got Daruvala there. Then you head over to Bertuzzi, and you can have Jake Doohan as well as Marino Sato, as well as we head over to Carlin. And then you got Liam Lawson, Logan Sargent, who we could very well see at Williams next season. Then we have Marcus Armstrong and Yuri Vips for High Tech. ART, we got Frederick Vesti, sorry, and then Tail Porcher. That's probably who I'm going to drive as. I think I'll go with Tail, my team career mode teammate, by the way. Then you got Felipe Drugovich, as well as Clement Novalak here for the MP Motorsport team, Campos Racing, with Caldwell as well as Boshung. Then we head over to Dams with Roy Nassani as well as Ayumu Iwasa. Then we have Trident here with Verschure as well as Callan Williams. And then the couple last teams here with Charuz Racing System, Fittipaldi, and then Bullock Bassi. I probably absolutely botched that name, but I tried my best. And then you got Jake Hughes as well as Cordial. So I'm going to be racing as Tailport Chair for this one and see what we can do at Abu Dhabi. Alright, well, you saw the pre-race. I'm 100% sure I botched some names then after hearing the whole commentator go through that. So now we're starting P5 on the grid here in Abu Dhabi with our first look at this new 2022 F2 car. A terrible start from Iwasa, but also a terrible start from myself there, as Santo is going to go through on the inside. I'm going to settle in here into turn one and just kind of try and let things play out here. There's a car on my outside, that's Daruvala, and I'm not going to be too nice there, try to hold him off, and yes we do. So we settle in briefly into P6. I feel like I'm going to honestly lose a lot of positions in this race, simply due to the fact that I have very little experience on this F2 car, but we'll see what happens now, as it's a decent first hairpin. Now we don't have the DRS obviously till lap 3, and look at this, there goes Daruvala to my inside. I did lower the AI a little bit because I don't have any custom setup to run here, so I lowered the AI down to about 97, and we'll see of course what kind of effect that has side by side into the chicane. And you really got to try and get that power down a lot more actually than the F1 car, because the F1 car, you don't have to put as much throttle input to get that power going, but this car, you really got to hammer that gas pedal just to get some momentum on your side here. And now as we head down to the braking zone into the hairpin, this is one of the trickier corners for me in this game in Abu Dhabi. Look at that, Vesti with some big damage there on the wing. I'm trying to take advantage right here of Sato being a little bit caught off guard here. We're going to be side by side, slow down right there. He's going to go around the outside. He's going to drive into the back of Vesti as well. That's got to be some wing damage there, and I'm sure Vesti is going to be coming into the pit lane at the conclusion of this lap. That was a really sloppy corner from myself, but that's going to put us up in a P4 once he comes into the pits, which I would assume is going to be right here. No, he is not going to pit, so he's going to suffer through, it looks like, with that damage. And honestly, so far it doesn't look like it has affected him too much, which is fascinating there, because that was a good chunk of damage that he just took to that car. Down to the hairpin, there goes Vesti again. Brake, I think I might have been a little bit too deep there. We're not going to be facing too much of a repercussion for that. There is these guys, they get the elbows out. I really like this car. You know, it's so much slower, but I mean, at the same time, it's just fun. You can really scrap it out here with these guys. As here goes Sato, he's going to go to the outside. He doesn't have as much slipstream as I have. Vesti going unbelievably defensive. I could have made an aggressive move. It was maybe the final lap. I would have more damage again on the front wing for Vesti. It's going to be the second time here here. I'm gonna have to hold off Sato right there, and we do just that. But man, these guys are crazy here. I feel like they got a little bit more straight line speed than I do. I went with setup, I think 3 it was on the preset, so that could as well be playing a bit of a role there. Now down to third gear again. We get through here pretty well, but Vesti's got to be struggling so hard at this point because he's now gotten 2 different moments of wing damage. That one was a lot less significant, but I mean, it doesn't really change the fact that that car is going to be hanging on here, and you can see he is starting to struggle quite a bit. And yeah, he is absolutely, I need to make sure that I don't damage my wing. I'm sure he's got a pit now, so I'm not going to bother making a move until we see what happens here. And no, are you kidding me? He's staying out again. These guys are actually warriors. There's no way I would be staying out on this wing damage here. Okay, we got the slipstream here down into turn 1. We're going to go for a send right here down to third gear. And barely clear. I didn't leave him a lot of room to work with, but the move is complete. And we move on now to try and run down Iwasa. DRS wide open here, and we have a nice gap over the cars behind us. Iwasa, he does not have DRS, so let's see. He's actually pulling away from me just a tad bit. Actually, it's staying pretty close, pretty even actually as we head down into that chicane. I had a bit of a lockup right there, so that did not do me any favors. Now as I gotta try and remember to get that throttle down. There we go. We're gonna have DRS again. We'll see if we can get a little bit closer here. Yellow flag in the background. I'm not sure if it's an accident. No, it is not based on the track map, but certainly some kind of stack up or something right there. Now into the hairpin again. I'm a little bit deeper into that hairpin than Iwasa, but we are really able to get this thing kind of rotating through the corner, and we gain about 0.3 of a second on him. So let's see if we can close up through this third sector, down through the gears into second right there. I'm definitely playing it a little bit too easy at times in some of these corners, but that's kind of the way I am at Abu Dhabi. I think he's got some wing damage too, because look at how much he's struggling through especially the downforce areas of this circuit here now. But let's see if we can close up in on this final corner, and I don't know if we're going to be close enough. We won't be close enough for a move in turn 1, so I think we need to focus in on the DRS here. Look at us closing in on the back of them now. Let's just wait for that DRS at this point. I mean, we could make a move here into the hairpin, not quite close enough, so we will stay put in behind, but we're going to have one heck of an opportunity right here to get these elbows out and go for a move. I didn't get the throttle down in time, though. That's going to be an issue, but we have the slipstream, we have the DRS. If we don't get it right here, I think we'll get it on the next go, so that'll be all right. And I think we are going to have to rely on the next go, unless, come on, it's going to be interesting. I'm gonna play it safe here. I'm going to play it safe, wait for the next hairpin and this DRS that we are about to get, but it got to get up on that gas, get going. Oh, a little bit of oversteer right there. That's going to hurt us. Not what we needed to have happen right there. He's going to be able to stay in front, I think, all the way to the third sector. We're going to have to try and get the elbows out and go around the outside, I believe. Oh, hold on. The door is open. We go for it. Oh, it's close quarters racing. Who's going to come out on top of this one? He's got more speed as we head down into the corner, trying to not go wide, of course, but of course I don't want to give up the position either. We are, I think, going to be able to get this here as we just come through the left-hander. Yes, we do. We got the spot now, and let's go and see if we can get up into second place. Logan Sargent, Liam Lawson currently up in front of us now as we are doing a fantastic job trying to recover from a decent start, but not a great start now. But I think it's going to be really, really difficult here to run down these guys in front of us in just 3 laps. So I haven't quite had that luxury of closing in yet on Sargent. I'm really, really quick through this final sector. That's really where this car is accelerating compared to the other drivers on the grid currently, but I've been really struggling compared to them in Sector 1 and 2. That's not going to do us any favors. That was a heck of a save at least, but that certainly is going to be the final straw on if we're going to run down Logan Sargent or not. And I'm really, really struggling all of a sudden here as we're going to head down to this final turn and just try and survive. Coming to now 3 laps to go in 4.6 seconds, so we lost over a second there to Sargent from that little slip up. Our teammate is going to come into the pit lane, so maybe some wing damage right there. Frederick, I now have Sato all over my rear end here now as I have really been struggling through this first sector, and look at this, I can't really do much there. He's going to swing to the right hand side. He's going to go take the position now, but we're going to have the DRS and maybe fight back at him here as we head down into the chicane. Just play it nice and calm and safe behind him. He gets in there pretty good as I'm going to try and get that throttle up. Oh, a little bit too much throttle. Oh, we're going to go for a spin. A big error right there. Let's get it spun around. I just put too much into it now as we got to try and get going. Oh, God, I'm now causing major issues here now as this car, goodness gracious, is demonic at times. Oh, the position lost. And now the team is down to 21st and 22nd. these final 2 laps. Can we work our way back through some of this traffic here now as we go down into second gear? The downshifting is really weird in this F2 car because when you go down through the gears, it needs to hit a certain RPM before you can actually downshift it compared to the F1 cars. So it's a little bit interesting how that works, but nonetheless, we are closing in on the back of these drivers here, so we'll see if we can get something going here with these final 2 laps underway. We are all over the back of Cordial now as we're going to get that rear wing open, but obviously we're in a bit of a DRS train here, so we're going to have to get the elbows out in the 3rd sector area right here once we head in through the little carousel here. Oh, that was a big error on my part now. Let's see, though, we can get a little bit of speed going here. Let's see if we can just maybe try and slip a sneaky move or something here. I don't think it's going to happen, but let's try and maybe go around the outside and peek our nose. Not going to happen there. So I haven't been able to do anything creative yet, but I'm going to try and do it right here, actually. Down into 3rd gear, up the inside. Oh, that's close, but we're going to make it happen. I think we're going to lose overall way too much time, more than I was hoping for. 1 lap to go here from Abu Dhabi. Let's see what we can make happen now on this final lap around with Tailboard Sharon. We have not done him justice with this terrible performance in the last half of this race through 5th gear now as we're going to head down into that hairpin for the final time. We'll get some DRS, but everybody's going to have the DRS down into 3rd gear through the hairpin, throttle up quite early. I don't like my chances here of being able to make up any more positions now. We're still 9/10 of a second. We're losing a ton of time because we just don't have no slipstream. And here goes Cordial again, and I'm going to really send it deep into the corner. Actually, didn't really send it in too deep now that I look at it. Now as we're all over the back of Yuri Vips, let's see if we can make a move on him as we're going to get that rear wing open. We're close. We got that slipstream. We have a little bit of momentum on our side. I'm sure he's going to take a very defensive line. Yes, he is. He's going extremely defensive. Is he going to leave it open? No, so we'll just go the long way around. Go a little bit deep into the corner, so we're going to give up some time there, but we're going to build that momentum here on the exit, try to not, of course, lose the grip, and we are going to move through up into the now 19th position. Oh, I'm going to kind of get a little abusive on the track limits right there. Liam Lawson is your winner. Another spot right there. Can we go for one more? Come on, let's close in on the back of Verschoor now as we are going to head through this penultimate corner, and it's going to be an absolutely god-tier send if we're going to be able to make that pass on him. And here we go. We're going for it anyways, and it's not going to happen now as we're going to come through for a disappointing P18. We had a lot of fun, though. This car, an absolute blast to drive, honestly, here. Now, the speed's nowhere near as high, but it is so much fun to do a little race here with this F2 car. I'm very excited to bring it into my F1 22 My Team career mode. Alright, there you guys have it. We're going to call it right there. If you guys enjoyed, as usual, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Those would all be very, very appreciated. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.